There are 3 key elements to help you be perceived and have executive presence. The first is gravitas, then communication, and then your appearance. Now, what about executive presence for women? Sometimes the definition is a little different than for men. For a woman, we must be well-tailored and non-threatening. We also have to be attractive but not sexy, intelligent, calm, direct but not forceful because we don't want to appear abrasive. There are unfair biases that men who are extremely confident are confident, but women who are extremely confident are not necessarily described that way. So it's a tightrope that women have to walk to be perceived as having executive presence, but also not being too abrasive. So let's look into this a little bit more. So let's start with the gravitas piece. The actual definition, if you were to look up gravitas, is reserved dignity, propriety, and good taste in behavior and speech as of a leader. Sounds really fancy, doesn't it? Well, if you break it down, let's hear, this is what it is. It's grace under fire. It's acting decisively, showing integrity in situations that present that, demonstrating emotional intelligence, and as women, we typically have higher emotional intelligence anyway. It's almost built into our DNA. Not that men don't have it, it just comes easier and more natural for women. The next piece is the communication piece. If you don't speak up, you will be spoken over, right? So you have to have great verbal and nonverbal communication, the strong speaking skills, the ability to command a room, and the ability to read a room. You know when you've lost someone, right? You know when you're losing the audience. So what are you going to do to change your script so that you get them back? Have you ever been in a meeting when the person speaking is just not speaking very loud, and it's so annoying because you're trying to, you've tuned out. You hear that for 10 seconds and you're out. If you speak like that, then you appear timid, not as sure of yourself. I would rather be the tiniest bit too loud than not heard. So on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the loudest, if you're the speaker in a meeting or presenting, be an 8, just to be sure you're heard. Amplify other women's voices and ideas. This is part of the conquering man-terrupting. Who's heard of man-terrupting, right? You heard of mansplaining? These are all some vocabulary words that we do chuckle at, but they are real things that happen in meetings every single day. The amplifying other women's ideas came from Susan Rice, who was President Obama's national security advisor. During his first term, she was one of the few females on his cabinet. And what she was finding is when she was speaking, she would present something, then it would go down the line, there was no response. A man would say almost the same thing 5 minutes later, and everyone would say, Joe, yes, you're right, that's exactly what we're thinking. And she's like, hello, I just said that. That's called bropropriating. Another vocabulary word for you. So bropropriating when a man steals the woman's idea. And then the appearance. Yes, it matters. I wish it weren't as important that everything that's most important goes on between our ears, but it does matter. So good grooming, it seems some of these things are elementary or common sense. But I have 35 employees, and about 70% of them are under the age of 30. And I can't tell you the number of times they're coming to work wearing yoga pants or athleisure, trying to look businessy. And I'm like, we've got clients coming in today, and you're not going to get to meet them because I'm not presenting you looking like you just rolled out of bed or out of the gym. It does matter. It really does. So why does executive presence matter? Well, here's the thing. Leadership roles are given to those who look and act the part, okay? If we look at it conversely, presence alone is not going to get you promoted, but its absence sure will impede you.